Yo, what up, guys? It's here. This is a new free mythical champion you can obtain in Raid Shadow Legends along with your clan if you go in there and fight the new clan boss that is coming up. The new three-headed boss right here that will be a little bit difficult or a learning curve for new players, all of us in the community, to get used to when it finally launched in the game. His name is Chimera. It's not yet in the game, but we already know the resources that we are supposed to get from him. So it's not just resources to get this new relic that is in the game that you can forge from these Oculus masses, but also they're adding a mythical champion as a bonus to entice you, to encourage you to go in there and fight this new boss. It's a new content, nobody has time for it. We're still trying to beat old content, but this is supposed to encourage you. So you might want to take a look at the champion skills to decide whether it's one of those mythical champions that is totally trash, or is a mythical champion like Mikage that is going to be a game changing for you and your teams. So he does come with a set of unique abilities, unique debuffs that we've not seen before, unique things that he does. Just like many mythical champions, they bring something different to the game. So you might want to take a second look at it and see whether he's going to be worth it for you. So that's what this video is all about. I'm not going to read their skills because mythical champions have a long read for their skills, because they have two forms, their base form and then their alternate form. So I'll just show you on the screen before he launches into the game, or before content creators who have access to the test server show you those videos of him doing crazy things. You might want to see for yourself to see whether it's going to be worth it for you. I'll also be reading out what Premium says about him by themselves, so I don't misjudge this champion's character or begin to underrate him before I even use him. So I just tell you exactly what they say this champion is and what he's supposed to do for your teams. He's from the faction Night Red faction. Is a mythical champion, support and HP type, and I think it's based on the form. This is a support form, while this form is the HP form when he switches, when he metamorphs, right? So that's what they're expecting him to do. They're saying his base form is Embrys the Anomaly, that's his name. Is an aggressive support with high accuracy. I like the sound of that. A support champion is best known to not do any damage or just buff, debuff, but this one they say is aggressive. That means the support champion that can do some damage in his support form, who controls his enemies with fear and wields a new effect called necrosis. That's the part that I wanted to know what this necrosis does. So without even wasting time, I want to see what the necrosis does. Did they say what it does? From what I was reading earlier, I think it just makes the enemies who are under necrosis susceptible to debuffs. Basically, while they are under necrosis, they cannot, resist his debuffs, or maybe the debuffs of other allies. Let's see. Let's say on his A1, this champion has his A1 is an AoE attack with destroy max HP effect, increases duration of all random debuffs placed by his A2 or A3. Unresistable when the enemy is under necrosis. That's what is standard in every of these A1, A2 and A3 whenever they are under necrosis, which he places from his passive. Then his A2 does not trigger an attack. The A2 does not hit, but it lands through fear and decrease attack. The through fear is for 1 turn, while the decrease attack is for 2 turns. Once again, cannot be resisted. This A2 does have an extra turn. After he does it, he will grant himself an extra turn and take another turn, which makes it on a 3-turn cooldown. Even if after you spend boots on it, it's going to be a 4-turn cooldown. But with the extra turn, it makes this kill on a 3-turn cooldown. Now on the A3, with Embrys attacks all enemies and converts all buffs to the equivalent debuffs. It will change increase defense to decrease defense. It will change increase attack on the enemies to decrease attack. And it has a chance of changing stone skin on the enemies to true fear. Now it's still going to be a 50-50% chance. The normal stone skin chances is not guaranteed to always remove stone skin, just like enemies who like champions who ignore stone skin, or 100% chance to remove stone skin. No, it's a normal chance that stone skin has. Depends whether you have a 1-turn stone skin, 2-turn stone skin or not. So for each converted debuff, Embrys will steal opponent's storm meter and further decrease it at the same time. That's what they say this skill will do. Storm meter steal, storm meter decrease. His passive lands necrosis on the enemies and activates its stacks twice per Embrys turn. So necrosis has a stack. Now the alternate form, on his alternate form, Embrys transforms into a tanky HP plus accuracy based damage dealer. I've seen HP based damage dealer, I've seen speed based damage dealer, I've seen decreased defensive based damage dealers, attack based damage dealers. Now, accuracy based damage dealer. I mean, people are going to build this champion with what? 1000 accuracy? All right. Why do you need so much accuracy if necrosis is going to resist, cannot be resisted though? Anyways, I mean, necrosis will make the allies not be able to resist its stuff. Why do you need so much accuracy? So let's say it's going to be a damage dealer, accuracy based damage dealer, who can not only take a punch but also silence his opponents for good. Block the 5. All right, let's see on the A1 for the alternate form, which is going to be this form right here. They say with the A1, Embrys attacks one enemy, placing an extra hit when an enemy is under necrosis. If the enemy is killed, he will place block revive. I was right. I expected that. Securing one permanent stack of necrosis on the enemy. Still want to know what necrosis is. They shouldn't just go in here without explaining it. Or they should even explain the necrosis first before even telling us what it that is in every skill. Because now we're just reading necrosis. We don't know yet what it does. But I'm sure they explained it at the end. So, when on his A2 is a heavy hitter, doubling the damage against enemies with low accuracy, or ignoring 50% of defense against enemies with high accuracy. You never know how this will play out, depends on the content you're fighting, but if it's PvE content, you know the enemy's accuracy and you can build accordingly for that, whether you want to be above them or below them to take advantage of that A2 on the alternate form. But for arena, so far I'm thinking this champion is arena, seems like an arena because Stone Skin was mentioned, and because it's going to also help. When low on health, Embrys will use A3 to swap his HP with an opponent. It's been a while we've seen champion who can do this in raid. There are just a few of them who can swap HP with the opponent. A rare, a legendary. I've not seen an epic doing it. Then, which will stack his ignore defense for each usage of this skill. Apart from landing necrosis, his passive will allow Embrys to evade a fatal blow by placing on him revive on death buff. Will also reflect 50% of the healing attack back with open. So basically, if you try to knock him down, you will go down like a damage dealer tries to take him down. You take 50% of your damage back. That's the passive from this alternate form. All right. Now, finally, what does necrosis do? Let's see if it makes him just better. When an enemy champion dies, a single necrosis stack is placed on other alive enemies. So it only applies when somebody dies. When another champion dies, an additional necrosis stack will be placed on all other alive enemies, and so on. Each necrosis stack deals damage equal to 5% of the champion's max HP at the beginning of their turn. So it feels like HP burn, but it can only land when somebody on their team dies. I thought it's something he plays from the passive. Let's go back to the passive again on form 1. They say his passive lands necrosis on the enemies and activates its stack twice per Embrys turn. So he doesn't have to wait, I guess, for somebody on their team to die. He can place the necrosis on them. And yeah, that makes it a lot better. I thought we would just have to wait to kill the enemy before we get this necrosis debuff on them. Say, for example, if a champion has 3 necrosis stacks, damage equal to 15% of their max HP will be dealt to them at the beginning of their turn. Necrosis stack does not decrease upon activation at the beginning of the champion's turn. Necrosis is placed on a champion irrespective of the number of debuffs that they currently have on them. So if they might be on the max debuff, necrosis stack will also add and increase the number of debuffs they have. Necrosis is placed on the champion irrespective. Yet damage dealt by necrosis cannot be increased by other effects, stone skin, and placement of a stone skin buff will remove necrosis. Placement of a stone skin buff will remove necrosis. Who places stone skin buff? Or at the start of, if they already have stone skin on them, you can't place necrosis, I guess, for those tanky champions who are very slow. If there are any dead enemy champions in the battle after a stone skin buff expires, necrosis stack equal to the number of dead enemies will be reapplied. So even if they are on stone skin and they could not land it, if they are still people dead, when the stone skin falls off, they will still get that necrosis debuff. When a dead enemy champion is revived, a single necrosis stack is removed from alive enemies. Okay. If multiple champions are revived, necrosis stack will be removed equal to the number of champions revived. So this necrosis just feels like HP burn, poison. It just feels a little bit of damage. Doesn't do crazy things, but he uses as his own advantage to benefit all his other skills, so he doesn't need they cannot resist basically when necrosis stack is on them. He uses as a way of getting himself a ton of accuracy. So you could build this champion without accuracy, or the necrosis stack itself needs accuracy for him to land. So that's this champion skills. I just wanted to share it with you guys according to what Raid says about him, and you guys can make your own conclusion about him, whether it's going to be worth all this effort. From what I'm looking at, it's going to be a champion that is quite niche. It's going to be a mythical champion that will have his uses for sure. We'll all have to wait to see the testers test him in the test server and see what it really brings to Raid. But for now, I'm just seeing it as a fancy champion who is not a damage dealer for sure. It just feels like it's going to be a accuracy debuffer and through fear, stone skin, a little bit of dealing with stone skin and replacing it with the true fear. So he will have some play in the arena for sure. But yeah, that's this new mythical champion that is coming and is available for anyone to obtain if you can deal with this new boss that is coming up, Chimera boss, right? If you can deal, or Chimera, if you can deal with this boss, this three-headed monster, this mythical champion will be yours after a while. Of course, it's not like the first day you beat this boss you get it. No, definitely it will be breaking down into fragments for you to pick it up pieces by pieces. Is it a weekly or a daily boss? I don't think they said it in this video. But anyways, we can't wait for this new content to test it out to see if it's going to be worth all this effort. I'm more interested in the stats bonuses than the mythical champions. I'm more interested in these resources, using it to improve the stats of my champions that I already have, give them those special effects that we get from these gemstones. I'm more interested in this than the mythical champion, because with mythical champions comes mythical skill tomes, and if you do not have mythical skill tomes, you're screwed. So I'm still preferring to pull them the old-fashioned way from shards. So speaking about shards, there's a champion chase going on right now, and I should probably do this right now in this video to see whether I can get something else. So I'm summoning this only because there's a champion chase and I want to go for this fusion. Imagine me getting a mythical champion right after talking about a mythical. I don't think it's gonna be that easy. Another summoning. I know I'm supposed to be excited that I got a mythical, but this is not the one I want. This is my second copy of this freaking Gallios Blood Crest. Not the best mythical champion. Since I obtained him, I've not found good use for him. Yes, I just got a bunch of champion chase points. That's a nice way to end the video, I guess. And I do have 45 fragments saved up right here from this soul stone. I mean, this summoning portal event that I did. Sun Devil and champion training. Let's see, can I get lucky too? No, just getting some champion chase points along the way. Hopefully I don't need to pull my shards for this ongoing champion chase that just launched. Hopefully this will give me a bunch of points. Did it already start? I think it started, yes. Let's see, is it a champion chase tournament? It is a champion chase tournament. How many points? Not a lot enough to get any points though. Wasn't a lot. I thought a mythical champion gives you a ton of points. Did it update yet? I don't think it updated. Just 1,250 points. Hold on. How many points do you get from mythical champion? I thought I was supposed to just go straight to the 3,000 points, just like we do for CVC champion chase. This does give you a ton of points for CVC. If you can go to this breakdown. Okay, now see the point is still counting. The breakdown of the points. Mythical champion is 1,000, while the other shards I got is 500, 250, 50. I think 1.5 is the points I got. I did get 1,000 points and then 2 epics, which is 250. 1.5 is a nice place to be, I guess. I might need to open some ancient shards to complete it all the way. Or do I have other ways to complete champion chase without pulling any of my shards? 2x ancient is going on. It is a good time to summon this shard. 2x sacred is also going on. So since I just struck gold, I don't want to open my old fragments. I want to save this one for CVC instead. Instead, let me do some shards. How many more points do I need? 1,005. Hopefully I can get some epics. I think sacred will be a nice one to do. But because we're in 2x ancient, I'm going to do ancient instead. I just want to finish one video. I don't want to record 2 videos today. That's why I went over these champion skills. And now we're pulling shards. And does it show the points after the shards are summoned? 580. So we are at 2,000 mark right now. I need an additional 1,000 mark again. Maybe just use mystery shards for that. Or I got a ton of epics and legendaries and a trash Lugan, the steadfast. And that's my champion chase done. 1,500 points in the bag. And I'm not going to summon anymore. So 20 full, a bunch of, so what do you call it now? The other shard summoning. And I'm done with champion chase. Let me make sure I got the points required. Yep, I'm done. I might be able to get close to these mythical skill tomes. Come on now, let's go. Yeah, I'm very, very close to that mythical skill tome. I can only do it with some mystery shards. I even have enough mystery shards to finish 500 points or so. 10 points, 20 points. And champion chase is done. I even finished champion chase before the artifact announcement that I was supposed to do yesterday. So let's head back on the stream, twitch.tv/Grizz5D, and do some gear cleansing and champion building and artifact announcement, because I didn't do it yesterday like I was supposed to. I got busy. So let's see. 3,000 points in the back. All right, champion chase is done. There is no need to go all the way to the top for this other reward. Classic Arena will also be live. And yeah, that's all I'm doing today in Raid. I just wanted to hop on here and share this little information about this new Mythical Champion before he drops in the game. Is he already in the game? No, not yet. And let me know in the comments what your clan is planning to do about this content. I know it's too early to decide yet, but we'll still have to wait to see how the content is going to be in terms of difficulty. Then we'll decide whether we want to spend a lot of resources on it or just totally ignore it. Later, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get as much luck as I did in just these few shard summoning. I just got my champion chase done. Later, guys.